What's good, you guys? So today's video is me just going throughout my day. I want to show you how a regular day for me is. This is going to be as realistic as I can make it. Of course, there's some things that are just a show of what I would do at this point in time, but the day basically is just going to show you from the morning till the time I go pick up my daughter what my day usually consists of. It'll show you if I'm feeling lazy. It'll show you if I decide not to do something that I'm supposed to be doing. It'll show you if I have a good day. But I just want to go through and show you how my day's going to go.
So it is about 9:15 in the morning, and I'm finally getting up. I want to eventually get to a point where I'm waking up around like 6 in the morning. But right now I'm just coming off of a season where I was struggling to sleep. I wouldn't even get to sleep till like 2 or 3 in the morning. So my sleep schedule is not where I want it to be right now, but hopefully I can get it there eventually. And after I do my morning routine, I usually start my day off with some coffee. Also, I may eat something for breakfast, but it just really depends on how I'm feeling that day. Today I just decided I want to do coffee. I want to also cut back on eating breakfast until I can start waking up earlier and making real food for breakfast, because the sweet breakfast food that I usually eat, can't continue to do that because I'm getting older and my health matters. Then after I usually make my coffee or eat breakfast, depending on what day it is, I usually get into my studio and spend some time talking to God. I start with prayer, covering my day with His guidance, and then I read my Bible. I don't really have a particular routine for where I read, at what chapter or whatever, but I usually just let the Spirit guide me through whatever I'm reading. And I found out whenever I usually do that, I end up reading something that gets preached about that I hear on Sunday, or even at Bible study when I go on Wednesday. But although that's not always how my morning goes, that is how my structured morning would go. Sometimes I don't get into the Word, sometimes I do. But I think the most important part is just making sure I'm trying to be as consistent as possible.
So right now I'm about to get into making music. I have already like 10:49. My morning's already been through. Woke up kind of late today. But I'm trying to complete a beat that I started on yesterday, and I want to start making another beat. I want to at least try to knock out 2 beats. Try to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I'm definitely gonna try to make some. And by the time I get done with both of those beats and have lunch, it'll probably be time for me to go pick my daughter up. So let y'all see what my process is for that. I will not show the entire beat. I would just show certain sections of it and kind of my process of feeling how I'm thinking while I'm making this.
So the day before today, whenever I made the loop for this beat, I had already kind of had like a bounce in my head that I wanted to make the drums based off of. And I went along with it, and I really think the beat turned out pretty good overall. And it's the beat that's playing in the background, by the way. I really think it came out good overall, but there's always like something that I don't like about the beat. There's always something that I'm just like, I could change this, I could change that. And I know most artists feel that way, but I feel like what I feel like can be changed is always something that makes my beat still an amateur beat versus a professional beat. But I feel like once I can figure out what that specific thing is, my beats will skyrocket into another level, hopefully at least. Also, I would say in my brain when I was making this beat actually felt pretty easy to make. I didn't have any trouble with the drums because the loop was made the day before.
All right, so I feel like today is already kind of going good. I think it's only because I'm recording and I know I got stuff I got to do for my YouTube video, but I was able to complete the beat that I wanted to finish, and now it's about lunchtime. It's 12:05, so I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna try to get back to work. Now, this is where usually whenever I'm working, I usually kind of slack off because, you eat food and you get tired and you don't want to work no more. We'll see how that goes, but my plan is to have lunch, try to be back here working by 1 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so just got back from lunch. Now about 1:30. I took my lunch around like 12:30. I did a little bit more work on that beat that I was working on. So I got like an hour before I got to go pick my daughter up, a little bit less than an hour. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to spend this next hour, a little bit less than an hour, probably like 45 minutes, 30 minutes working on a loop. And that'll just help me to prepare for tomorrow instead of for me just like chilling and watching YouTube. I really did want to just chill and watch YouTube. And a lot of times after I get out of lunch, I'm groggy, lazy, tired, feeling. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't know. Lately, I just haven't been having a desire. There's not a lot of stuff on YouTube like interested in, which is a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I think God is taking my desire from constantly just wanting to be on YouTube, so I can have room first for me to talk to Him a lot more often and build my relationship with Him, and also for me to focus on the things that He has called me to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna get back into work. I'm gonna try to work on this loop for about 30 minutes to an hour to 45 minutes. Then about 12:15 or so, I'm going to stop and get ready to pick my daughter up. You guys, I'm not gonna lie. I made this loop, but I do not like it at all. This is what happens usually whenever I'm in a rush to make a beat. I always start creating something and just go with the flow, and it ends up not being what I like because I don't have time to think of the process thoroughly, I guess. So yeah, I really did not like this loop, but hopefully maybe one day I can come back to it and flip it or something and make it into something that sounds better than what it sounds like now. It just sounds like something that you would hear. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest, but yeah, I did not like it. All right, so it's now 2:30. I'm about to go ahead and head out. I was able to finish the loop. Kind of in a rush right now because I was trying to finish earlier, but I worked a little bit through 2:15. It's literally 2:26 and I got to hurry up and head out. But I'm surprised I was able to get done with a lot of stuff. All right, so that's a wrap for today. Closing out today. Done everything I feel like I wanted to do for the day. Some days last longer. Some days I go to my wife gets home around like 5:30 or so. But today I think I'm done. I was able to finish that beat. I was able to make a loop. Today I think was actually a good day. So I would mark this as one of the days where my discipline was able to be stuck through and I was able to complete everything I needed to complete. Not every day goes like this though. Some days where that first beat that I completed was all I get done. Some days it's up, I have an idea of what I want to do and I don't do nothing. Sitting watching YouTube. But I think because I wanted to film a good video, it kind of helped me be like, okay, I need to actually do stuff. I need to actually not. So I was able to knock out most of the things I needed to get done. But yeah, today, like I said, today was a good day. This is a good example of what me being disciplined looks like. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do this again someday in the future because I just want to document different days that I've had where it's good and bad to see what happens. But that's all I got for you guys. Peace out.